Welcome to our presentation. Our presentation will go through the following sections. Dame Kelly Holmes Trust has devoted themselves to the mission of empowering the youth, the future of the United Kingdom. We collaborate with retired athletes who want to give back to the country that gave them so much, and create mentorship programs in order to provide our disadvantaged people between the ages of 11 to 25 with a path to a new and happy life. Through this transformational mentoring, young people's confidence, resilience, and self-esteem increases, which enables them to move into employment, become leaders within their communities, achieve an education, and to improve their well-being. This is our projected schedule. Since we decided to commence on the 27th of July, we intend to start planning and analyzing the project scope 1 month ahead to ensure there's enough time. We will then work on the content for 2 weeks and try to finish it by mid-July. After all the double checks are done, we will send out the finalized content to the charity by 21st of July, a couple of days before the commencement of the campaign, for us to fix any amendments if necessary. Along the way, we will keep in contact with the charity to keep them informed and updated on our progress.
We first carry out a SWOT analysis to ensure we set our objective and strategies to charity's best advantages. The charity has a clear positioning and target audience for us to focus on, as well as their great experience on SWOT-related program. With their high diversity of program delivery method, we can overcome the delivery constraint caused by the COVID-19. However, the support of their professional athletes is limited due to the pandemic. Also, the effectiveness of social media platform has relied on their Twitter, which their Facebook and Instagram has relatively low coverage and engagement. Therefore, there are opportunities to increase the awareness and engagement among their potential targets by creating more new contents and do further investment to develop the platforms. After the analysis and communication with the charity, the key objectives of our project is to raise awareness for Dame Kelly Holmes Trust. We aim to expand their market and recognition to a wider range of communities by increasing their brand identity and strengthen their reputation. In order to achieve our main goals, we set a range of KPIs according to the race marketing framework. Following these 4 stages, we hope to generate further engagement for the charity in terms of donations and volunteers. Besides, we wish to provide ideas and content that they can use for the future. The primary targeted segment is the generation of social media savvy. They are the Generation Z and millennials who age between 18 to 35 years old. They has accounted for more than 80% of total social media users, according to the Talkwalker UK statistics. They are the active users. They use social media to share information and catch up with the newest trend. According to YouGov survey, they are positive in supporting charities, and 79% of this age group are likely to make donation. Also, we target the segment who interest in sport, fitness, health, contents, and challenge. We plan to run 2 campaigns to generate multi-channel reach and integration, one for Facebook and one for Instagram. These are the most popular channels among our targets. We can catch the opportunities and improve charities' performance over these platforms. Our strategy is to utilize the content marketing elements for our posts. For Facebook, we decide to provide informational content such as charity story and cause to deliver their brand message and foster audience knowledge about the charity. Also, we will create educational content which are useful and are longevity to support their repeat engagement. This content acts as a pull content to meet consumer needs and build bond and reputation. For Facebook, we provide interactive and shareable content such as hashtag Q&As to motivate audience to add and engage with the platform. A challenge form campaigns will act as a call to action activity to convert the audience to followers. Also, it can create user-generated content to spread word of mouth. Besides, we will take the advantages provided by the platform's algorithm to increase the visibility and exposure of our campaign. For Facebook, we will pin the launching post of our campaign, encourage emotional reaction and content reaction scoring to understand audience feedback and rank our contents. For Instagram, we will share our posts on Instagram story, highlights, TVs with different content to increase the display opportunities. Our own donation link will be put not only in our post but also in the charity's profile. We will spend our budget to pay advertisement in pay-per-click methods, which we can set our maximum spend. It is more affordable and flexible for our project. Paid advertisement is beneficial in social targeting to unlock the potential audience. Avoid organic reach that is less effective. Also, it can boost the inward traffic for charity's profile and donation page.
On 10 July, our initial plan seemed not as engaging anymore as we couldn't make any new content featuring the Trust's athletes as the charity was running one of their own campaigns. This would have led to us recycling old content, resulting in a lower quality video. So we decided to brainstorm ideas that would be more engaging while maintaining the structure of a 5-minute workout tutorial. We came up with an innovative idea involving creation of original video content. These videos would be 5-minute warm-up and injury prevention yoga videos for 3 popular sports: athletics, football, and running, and target university students who are members of the relevant sports societies, narrowing our initial scope. The philosophy was to provide value-adding content, which the Content Marketing Institute terms as content marketing, defines as creating or curating non-product content and publishing it to contact points with customers to get their attention and generate curiosity. By the 14th of July, we had reached out to our networks to find certified yoga instructors to star in our video so as to mitigate certain risks mentioned in our risk assessment. We not only managed to find a yoga instructor who would star in our video for free, but also shoot the video for us as she was in another city and travel wasn't safe at that time. She sent over the raw video content we required by the 16th of July. Since the audio was in Chinese, we translated it to English, dubbed the audio, and then edited and compiled the videos while writing its text description. Simultaneously, we also made a list of Facebook pages that we would share the post on. By the 22nd, we sent over a rough draft to the charity. The charity's representative reaction to the campaign worried us, as though she found it really interesting, she was worried we had strayed too far from the research proposal. We realized we had made a grave stakeholder management error as we had failed to keep the charity in the loop sufficiently, and after the charity rep had spoken to the marketing team, they decided they wanted the athletes to be the focus of the campaign and not an external trainer. This led to the scrapping of our yoga campaign. Next, we came up with a different approach and chose to create an emotional video introducing the charity and its missions with testimonials of the young people it had helped. Many authors like Consoli that have researched emotional marketing find that emotions, like the functionality of a product, influence the decision-making processes of consumer purchasing, and that customers are very fond of the company brand with which they have empathized. Applying the same philosophy here, we believe that viewers would be more inclined to donate if they were emotionally stimulated. After the video was sent over, we were asked if we were sure we wanted to continue with the video campaign, since they felt that our Instagram campaign idea would be enough, which led us to believe that this was not the right approach. Then we decided to create a simple video with the athletes' introductions, as they wanted their athletes to be the focus of the campaign, following a small introduction to the charity. This didn't work out as the quality of the existing videos was low, and distributing this video would have increased the performance risk, which here is the chance that the content will not deliver as much value as required. We then made a last attempt and created a get out of the quarantine rut workout clip by recycling the old trust videos, as that was the initial charity approved proposal. We decided that this would begin with the University of Bath Facebook pages, as we wouldn't have to wait for the admin's permissions. Once we sent the video to the charity, they chose to not use our video as it was a duplication of the existing videos. This led to the entire Facebook campaign being scrapped. Although none of our created content was used, we turned it over to the charity, hoping it will be of use in the future.
Now we will move on to the Instagram campaign. There is our whole journey of the campaign execution, during which we firstly changed our proposed idea due to risk assessments, then postponed our campaign a bit due to environmental incidents, and then used diverse digital marketing strategies in order to get as many people as possible involved in our challenge and achieve our objectives after the campaign started. After the project proposal was initiated, we came up with a risk assessment. We identified the hazards and their severity, as well as response required to be taken. As the professional athletes with relevant qualifications of the charity aren't available to provide professional CrossFit movement examples to start our initial challenge, we evaluate that there was high risk if we continue it. Thus, we brainstormed the idea of Perform Your Name Challenge, which is more meaningful and entertaining. Basically, we allocated each letter from A to Z with an easy indoor workout movement and asked participants to do each movement that is corresponded with their first, middle, and last name's initial letter for 5 times and thus perform their names. The idea came from the social identity theory, which claims that people tend to classify themselves into different social categories based on diverse traits, and they are trying to enhance their online acceptance and approval among their peers when sharing a hashtag on social media campaign. Therefore, we assume this challenge as well as hashtag Show Your Name could represent the target audience of the trust identification to feel the exclusive social value from doing easy sports. In the preparation stage, we referred multiple digital marketing theories on improving the Instagram account's attractiveness. Hope this would reach more potential donors, convert them into brand advocates, and thus increase the trust social awareness. Firstly, the colors used for our posters are similar as the Trust logo, which could effectively convey the charity's brand identity and thus increase user engagement as well as help them better perceive the Trust messages. Then, the application of dynamic short videos was created to lead to more interactions than other types of static content. Also, we created introductory video with Kaylee Homer's public speech for future use, hoping this could invoke the target audience's emotional appeal through influencing their affective beliefs. For further generating awareness of the challenge, we built advertisement for our launching post and set specific filters to improve the advertising effect, such as language, age, ethnicity, residence, and interests. We also expected the ad would not include existing followers from our target audience, as well as the maximum lasting time of this ad until the budget ran out in order to generate optimal effect.
We met with several internal challenges in the process of developing a campaign. First one being the stakeholder communication issues that we did not tackle very well. For instance, we had trouble adapting to the charity's preferred way of direct and straightforward account management and provided complex content schedules. We revised them on the basis of change management strategy, accordingly evaluated the benefits and costs of change in the schedule, and upon getting approval, we realized that the content needed adjustment. Also, we considered macroscopically about the campaign flow and rescheduled the dates, which led to a prolonged time gap between our posts. Additionally, we adopted social media instead of email to communicate with our client when there was an emergency in order to avoid the unguaranteed timelines. An external issue that we faced was the low engagement of our Instagram campaign. We assumed this was because lots of social media challenges for fundraising were running simultaneously in Bath during this time, and also there were overcomplicated steps designed to get involved in our challenge. To deal with this issue, we shared our challenge across Facebook communities, WhatsApp groups, WeChat, and tweaked the challenge around to get more engagement.
We spent £150 advertisement on the launching post. Based on the statistics given by the charity, the promotion reached 58,268 people in total, generating 335 clicks. 286 people visited the charity's website, and 108 people visited the Instagram profile. Also, there are 7 new followers. Among the audiences reached, 70% of them are female while 30% of them are male. 51% of them aged between 18 to 24, while people who aged between 25 to 34 took up 46%, and the remaining 3% of our audiences aged between 35 to 44. Most of them are located in England while the rest in Wales. During our campaign, we received generous amounts of likes and comments. These are the screenshots of comments and people taking up the challenge. Kelly herself did the challenge on her live morning workout as well. Up till today, we raised a total of £55 on the charity's website. We learned a lot from the whole experience with the charity. We reflected ourselves and there are situations where we could perform better. The most noticeable one is probably to ask and don't assume. When we first came up with the idea of yoga videos, we subconsciously jumped to the conclusion that the charity will like it. We then continue without notifying the charity, asking for their approval, and inevitably leads to unnecessary waste of time and effort. It is therefore important to invest time in establishing a clear communication. Our delivery could have been successful if we could have performed better stakeholder communication. This leads to the realization where understanding stakeholders is of paramount importance. There are multiple communication gaps throughout our execution of the Facebook campaign. Also, we didn't consider from the charity's perspective, where some aspects didn't really represent them as a charity. When we think of ways to let the campaign be more engaging, it is important for us to stand in the charity's shoes. Using someone who is not part of the trust will not be true to the charity's value and is away from their unique selling point. Lastly, we must keep in mind that not all projects go smoothly. Only 3 days before the commencement, we were told to delay our campaign. Although the charity's requirements are of the utmost priority, we should speak up if they introduce too late. Every changes to a project disrupt the overall workflow, making it harder to meet the project deadline. We should therefore at least define our timeline and fight for the viability of our project.
To summarize, the charity required a fairly simple yet creative campaign to engage with their audience. After trial and error with various campaign ideas across different social media platforms, we found that a plug-and-play challenge like the one that we suggested is suitable to get traction on the charity's Instagram from time to time. It can be replicated in the future and added to the charity's monthly social media schedule. Such challenges on their Instagram handle have the potential to perform better in terms of social media KPIs once the audience is familiarized with them over time, bringing in higher participation and engagement.